going to read out of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 20. 7 and verse 20. Moreover, the Lord thy God will send the hornet among them until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed. God is giving a promise to Israel here that he was going to send the hornet ahead of them. In other passages, it calls it the fear of the Lord. It's going to fall upon people ahead of them. He was going to prepare a way. They were going to fight great nations, much greater than Israel, of great warriors and giants and all this stuff. And God was saying, I will send the hornet ahead of you so that the fear of the Lord will fall upon these people. It is interesting that God does that, because what he was telling Israel is, don't be afraid yourself. They are the ones who need to fear, because what goes ahead of you is going to prepare the path for you. Israel needed to know that before they got there, God had already sent something ahead of them so that the fight will begin before they even got there, and that there will be already a triumph waiting for them. The hornet is an interesting animal, though, because if the Lord would have said, I sent a lion, or I sent a tiger, or I sent an eagle, they would have already known, wow, something great is going to happen before we get there. God was sending a small little animal named a hornet that will be a bothersome thing to them. It was intimidation. It was fear. It was the fact that they were going to be thinking about how great these things were, and the attack were coming. If you read about the nations that were in Canaan at that time, you will know that they already had heard of the greatness of God, and they were terrified of Israel because of what God had done for them. The hornet had gone ahead of Israel. Again, I tell you something interesting here. If you're a young person and you're freaking out about the college you're going to go to, or you are freaking out about the new job, or you're freaking out about, being in that youth group, or the music that you're going to play if you're a musician, because, you're going to lead in that church. The things that God has sent you to do, rather than worry and freak out about the things themselves, make sure that you are committed to the Lord, that you're growing in his presence, that you're in prayer, that you're seeking God. He told a young man named Joshua, be strong and be courageous. It had to do with him. Get around God and love God with all you have, because what's going to happen, what is ahead of you, is that God is going to send the hornet. Wherever you go, God is going to prepare the path and the way. The right friends will be there for you. The right provision will be there for you. The right situation will be there for you. And you will say, how is this happening? Well, the hornet is ahead of you. God has sent something to prepare the way for you. The only way I can tell you, give you a good comparison is, I was a really bad volleyball player, but they asked me to play volleyball. And the only thing I could do well was to spike. So they put me to spike when the other team did not know me, and I spiked so hard the ball hit a wall or a door somewhere, and everybody freaked out on the other team. They thought I was going to be a monster player in volleyball. I wasn't. I was fake. But by the time they figured it out, they had already lost the game. God is not fake, by the way. He's real, and he can do so many powerful things, and he sent his intimidation ahead. You should not be afraid. The enemy should be afraid. And wherever God sends you, he will send his hornet ahead of you, and you will fall on your feet and do great things. And young but not dumb, we're telling you, walk with God, and he'll prepare a path for you. God bless you.